Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about a huge shift in how your customers are finding you online. Seriously, it's a revolution that is flipping everything we thought we knew about search completely on its head.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with a puzzle that's baffling a lot of businesses right now. How is it even possible to lose website traffic, but at the same time watch your best leads go through the roof? I know, it sounds totally backward, but it's really happening. And understanding why, well, that's the key to the entire future of doing business online. And it's happening for one simple reason. The old rulebook for search, it's been torn up. The way people look for things, and, more importantly, how search engines like Google give them answers, it's all changed, fundamentally. And there's no going back. For what feels like forever, the game was all about SEO, right? Search Engine Optimization. And the goal was super simple. Just get your website to the top of that famous list of blue links on Google, and boom, you get the click. Well, that game's over. We've gone from a simple list of links to a direct answer.
This right here shows you the whole story. The old way was like a library. Google would give you a list of books, and you had to go in and do all the reading and research yourself. But this new AI-powered search, it's more like a personal researcher. It does all the reading for you from all over the web and just hands you a single, complete answer. All the hard work is done before you even see the result.
And that's because these new AI engines are just built different. They aren't just looking for keywords anymore. No, they're designed to understand your intent, the context of what you're asking, the real question behind the words. It's trying to think like a person, pulling bits of info from websites, reviews, forums, you name it, and weaving it all together into one single solid response. So you're probably thinking, okay, if people are getting answers without clicking, how in the world does my business get found? And that's the million-dollar question, right? It means your whole strategy has to pivot. We need a brand new goal because just getting clicked, well, it just isn't going to cut it anymore.
To win in this new world, we need a new strategy. It's called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO for short. The best way to think about it is as the next evolution of SEO, but for the age of AI. So instead of trying to get clicks, you're now trying to become the trusted source material that the AI itself uses to build its answers.
And this is really the absolute core of it. The old goal with SEO was to get high enough on the page to attract a click. Simple. But the new goal with GEO is to be so trustworthy that you earn a citation right inside the AI's answer. You don't just want to be on the reading list anymore, you want to be the footnote in the final report. So how do you actually do this? Well, it all boils down to a new playbook for your business. And it's built on 3 core pillars that'll help you win in this new age of AI search.
These 3 steps, this is your new foundation. Number 1, you've got to master your digital footprint. Number 2, you need to answer real questions, not just chase keywords. And number 3, you have to build such unshakable trust and authority that the AI doesn't just find you, it actually recommends you.
Okay, let's talk pillar 1, mastering your digital footprint. This is the bedrock. Seriously, you have to make it incredibly easy for an AI to confirm exactly who you are. That means your Google business profile needs to be perfect. And your name, address, and phone number, what we call NAP, it has to be 100% consistent across every single directory. Yelp, Apple Maps, Facebook, all of them. And then you've got to use something called structured data or schema to literally label the info on your website for the AI. Think about it like this. Any little inconsistency creates doubt, and AI is programmed to avoid doubt. It's not going to recommend a business it can't verify with total confidence.
All right, pillar 2, you have to completely rethink your content. It's not about stuffing a page with a bunch of keywords anymore. Now it's all about creating content that directly answers the real questions your customers are asking and in a natural conversational way. You literally need to write for how people talk to their phones or smart speakers. Think, where can I find great coffee near the park? You should be making super local content, mentioning streets and landmarks, and using things like FAQ pages to spoon-feed those answers directly to the AI.
And finally, pillar 3, which might just be the most important one of all, building unshakable trust. So how does the machine measure something as human as trust? Well, it learns from what real people are saying about you. That's why those detailed customer reviews, they aren't just for people anymore. They're a key source of data for training AI models. And when you respond to all your reviews, that proves you're engaged and credible. And every piece of content you create needs to scream what Google calls EEAT, your expertise, experience, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness.
So that's the playbook. But does it actually work? I mean, really? Well, the data from businesses that have already made this big switch from old-school SEO to this new GEO strategy, it's just incredible. So get this. One e-commerce site was in big trouble. Their traffic was tanking, their old tricks weren't working, so they switched their whole strategy to focus on becoming the go-to, citable source for their products. And they didn't just stop the bleeding, their organic traffic grew by 472%.
And it's not just about traffic. It's about being discovered in the first place. Another business, they were practically invisible online, so they just focused on pillar one, getting their data perfect. By making their information crystal clear for AI, they saw a 990% jump in clicks in just 6 months. Why? Because the AI could finally confidently recommend them in its answers.
But this one? This one shows you the ultimate goal. It's not just about visibility, right? It's about revenue. It's about sales. So one e-commerce store went all in on this AI strategy. They did the whole thing, and their sales, which were pretty slow, exploded into a 3,264% increase. That's what happens when you go from just being clicked to being cited as the definitive answer.
I mean, the results are so clear, businesses are totally redefining what success even looks like. Listen to this from one client. They said, "Our visibility in AI searches grew 472% in 90 days. We are now the source Google cites." Think about that. They didn't just rank higher. They became the actual authority that the AI itself quotes. That's the power we're talking about here.
So all of this, the new rules, the new playbook, the proof, it all leads to one single, incredibly important question that you really need to be asking yourself about your digital strategy from this day forward. Because in this brand new world, being the trusted source for an answer, well, that is so much more powerful than just being another blue link on a long, long list. Thanks for watching.